Hello and welcome to this Tuesday's Your Manchester.
Today we tackle the issue apparently still haunting Manchester, and that is flammable cladding, amongst other things. Yes, does it exist as much, and are we as much as risk as those there in London? These are questions we are going to be asking Russ George to tell us about just a little bit later on.
Yes, but first I had a really great chat with four gorgeous boys who are up and down the country at the moment with a literally fab musical called Guy, and heading the cast was X Factor's very own Sean Miley Moore.
Ed on a minute, how did I miss out on this one?
Oh, that's showbiz for you. Well, it's all very exciting. I thought I was going to get one, and look at me, I've got
Hello! Hi! Hey everyone! Hi!
I'm here with the cast of Guy the Musical. It's brand new, isn't it, Guy the Musical?
Yep.
You're coming to the Fringe. You were at Hope Mill Theatre last week.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. What's it been like? What's the response been like for you guys?
It's been incredible. I think we've had so many people that have kind of come to us and said that they've never seen anything like it, and it's very, very much new to the musical theatre style that you kind of see like from your classics, like your Les Mises and your well, we know you've got the shows out there like everybody's talking about Jamie and whatnot, but now this is kind of taking it onto the next level, where we're really kind of integrating different art forms and kind of make it much more eclectic than it already is.
Well, we like to see something a bit different.
Yeah.
But for anyone who hasn't seen it, obviously because it is new, tell us a little bit about what we can expect then.
You can expect catchy ABBA-style tunes.
Are they ABBA?
They're cheesy, but also very, very current. There's pop, there's electro beats.
Yeah.
You're going to come and have a good time. You're going to feel involved. You're going to feel related to the characters. So many people have walked away and said, I've been in that situation. I know how that felt.
Yes.
And we want you to walk away saying, they understand this. And that's how it is.
Yeah.
Well, that's what drew me to the musical, was especially the score. As Bren said, or Guy, he's playing Guy. Yeah, the music's very electro pop, super funky, a bit Justin Bieber-y in a way with some songs. So that underscore is really fun for us to have a play and really utilize our fabulous tones in our voices.
Oh God, I'm there already. We're going to love this. It's going to be fantastic.
Good.
Now, we mentioned that you're Guy. Tell us a little bit about Guy then. What's his story?
He is a little bit of the underdog.
He's looking for love.
He's
Aren't we all?
That's his first line in the show. I'm looking for love.
Yeah,
as
really,
we all are.
Really wants to kind of find the love of his life, not for really kind of sexual reasons, but to actually kind of connect with someone and have somebody connect with him that he can feel comfort with, because he just wants that love, and it's kind of how he goes about dealing and finding that love that he kind of sometimes causes problems.
Yeah, I mean,
along the way.
Yeah, in the world we live in, you know, with the new social media dating, like Tinder, Bumble over here.
Swipe left, swipe right.
Swipe right, yes. You know, it's very image driven. You know, with the Instagram, you don't even know what's real anymore. You know, Facetune, big asses, you know, we love it all. But in today's age, we have to be as authentic as possible and shift through all the bullshit. Do you know what I mean? And that's what Guy wants, and I think that's what everyone wants, is to find a genuine connection where you can be yourself with someone. With the line that I say, I just want someone genuine who I can be honest with. And I think everyone in the world wants that.
Yeah, there's a lot of catfish out there.
That's
It's funny you
it.
say
That's what it's
Have you
about.
been catfished before?
Not yet. I think that,
God.
you know, if I haven't been catfished, I think that I'm not cool, am I really? Nobody wants to catfish me.
Maybe they just really know. I think that's the good thing about the show as well, is we don't filter it. It's the gay community can be very savage with each other. So you see how they treat each other and how it's just kind of blasé. It's just said, not interested, not my type. Done.
But it touches on the show touches on a lot of important matters as well. Eating disorders, mainly out of all the things that we touch on, and there's a song in it that really is driven, and we've actually released that on our promotional website and YouTube,
which you don't think happens within with guys. You know what I mean? And especially with the queer community, and even with guys in general, there is I really don't know the statistic,
a level
but
of like hidden strength.
Yes, and you know, eating disorders is prevalent not just with women but with guys as well, because what are the pictures that we see out in the internet and in mainstream media is the six-pack, the big abs, and everyone wants to achieve that. But at the end of the day, it's all exterior, and what we're trying to get to is in here, which is what matters.
And it's not talked about as much as women who have got eating disorders,
Exactly.
so it's great. What I really like as well, the people behind this musical are the ones that did The Marriage of Kim K.
It was incredible.
Did you watch it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How was it?
It's brilliant. Like, to be part of a company like that. As soon as I saw this come up, I was like, I need to apply for this.
Yeah,
And
because it's just kind of like that satirical kind of look,
Yeah.
which is brilliant. Anyway, I know that you have got to fly soon, and we really look forward to seeing you at the Fringe.
Yeah.
When are you on? Tell us how we can get there.
11th and 13th. We're at the
53-2 Theatre.
Yes.
So yeah, check us out.
11, 13, 53-2 Theatre.
Follow us at Guy the Musical, because all our updates and everything are on there. So
Yeah,
you can get all the
Twitter,
information,
Instagram.
Twitter, Instagram.
And even if you can't get to Manchester, we're doing shows in London every Wednesday and Saturday. We're going to Buxton. We're going to Birmingham.
Yeah.
We're everywhere.
And if not, find us on Tinder or Grindr.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant. And I have to say before you go, Sean, you were amazing and on X Factor.
Oh,
and I
thank
voted for you
you.
all the time.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, my music's available on iTunes.
Oh, brilliant. We'll be downloading.
That's it. You know, I think, yeah, no, it's good. Thank you.
Oh, it's got all shy now. Ooh. Right, lovely to meet you guys.
Thank you.
Guys,
Thank you for
look,
having us.
see what I did there?
That's it. See you guys there. Oh, we have a little snippet.
Yes.
1,
Interesting.
2, 3, 4. Guys, time to grind. Open your eyes. What will you find? Find,
4.
Gaze loves the game. The aim's the same, but the rules have changed. Guys, time to grind. Open your eyes. What will you find? Hey! Gaze loves the game. The aim's the same, but the rules have changed. Guys.
Hey!
Oh, I'm dead excited now.
A catalogue of safety breaches at Grenfell Tower contributed to the rapid spread of the fire. That's according to experts testifying at the Grenfell Tower inquiry.
I have never seen a building where the whole of it was on fire. Nobody has ever seen that. It was incredible. It was so alien to anything I had ever seen.
Right, well, we show that for one reason. 80 people died in what has since been reported as totally avoidable.
Yes, and of course this made us ask, is there an avoidable incident like that due to occur here in our great city and its surrounding areas?
Russ George is going to be coming in over the coming months to talk this and more hard-hitting issues here in Manchester. Welcome, Russ. How are you?
Good, thank you, Belinda.
So, yes, where do we fully begin and everything?
So let's start. Well, Greater Manchester Fire Service looked at 500 high-rise buildings across Manchester, of which 367 have been reported to be not fit for purposes.
How many?
367 have not met the minimum requirements.
And there's still people living in
And
them.
there's still people living in them.
That's such
Now-
a worrying stat.
Now, on top of that, okay, there's some that are in special measures. So there's some that they have moved people out of, that they've taken immediate action on. But at the end of the day, the big issue is that we've got a big divide between private housing and community housing across the city. So if you live in a community housing block, community housing blocks are acting really quickly to deal with these cladding issues. So if we look at some of the student blocks, like the one just by Oxford Road train station, you can see them today stripping off the cladding all the way up to the top and starting to look at what they're going to replace it with. But from the Hackett report, we still don't know necessarily what they're going to replace this flammable cladding with.
And what can the residents do about this? If they're obviously not feeling safe, if they know that the cladding's been taken out, what can they do?
Well, from my own point of view, I'm on the top of a building with flammable cladding. It's got Rain Bond PE cladding on the outside of it, with PIR foam behind it, So the PIR foam, when it burns, gives off...
Isn't that toxic?
Yes, it is toxic. Yes, indeed. It gives off basically arsenic, which would kill you anyway. So not only have we got the flammable issues, but we've also got the fumes that can wipe people out. So this is a national issue and a national debt that the government really needs to come up with a better solution for, that enables, firstly, forces private landlords to replace the dangerous cladding before we have any more fatalities, but also keep actually getting this stuff removed quickly.
Ultimately, it's not those people's faults either. It's like having to pay out for it when you say there's older people out there. It just doesn't seem fair, does it?
No, it doesn't seem fair. And also, when we had a residents' meeting that was organised by Greater Manchester Fire Service, where they highlighted that there are a number of buildings that have got real problems, and there are others where it's just compartmentation isn't good enough. But still, for residents, we need to know that the buildings that we're living in are actually safe.
But how do the government allow people to live basically not safe?
I think it's a money thing, isn't it? A money and a time thing. But
But what money do you put on a life?
I'd like to see a ban on both ACM board, particularly the F-rated board, which is the worst one of the lot.
Well, I was actually in Westminster last week and saw the march with the people of Grenfell, and it was just, it's so tragic seeing those people who have lost people.
Okay, well, we're going to have to leave that there for now,
yes,
unfortunately.
Well,
but
good luck with it all. And
you're back next week,
doing.
aren't you?
Hopefully,
To talk to us about Lock 9.
Oh, indeed, yes.
Yes,
Lock 9.
with lovely, what's his name?
It's John Stop from
John
the,
Stop, yes, Lock
from
9.
the Canal River Trust.
Yes, that's going to be a good one. And there's quite a few issues with that as well, isn't there?
There are indeed.
All right then, well, we'll leave it for now, but thank you very much. It's now time to take you over to Sport Corner. Well, here we are, joined by our titters over in Sport Corner, everybody. We made it just in time then, didn't we?
I love this bit. I love my little link with Colin.
Looking rather smart today.
Well, I thought I'd get dressed up, especially for the occasion. Well, obviously to impress you two ladies first and foremost.
Well, you've impressed me.
Good. And also because it's a little bit of snooker.
Oh.
Yes, with snookers. What did you find out?
Well, snooker started in the 1870s. And it started over in India. It was some of the officers in the officers' mess, and that's where the game developed from billiards originally. But they made the game snooker, and it's developed from there, really.
God, it's been going a while then.
Yeah, and the word snooker? Any guesses on why it's called snooker?
No, actually. I didn't look it up on Wikipedia. That's the first time I looked on Wikipedia.
Look at me being all intelligent, everybody,
ask me a question and I don't know the answer.
I'm guessing it's because the idea was to snooker them.
Well, yes, that is a term.
Yes.
You know, if you can't.
I think we'll go with that.
Yeah,
yes. You've got to move your ping ball out of the way, haven't you?
And the thing with snooker is all the colours are worth different points, aren't they? And that's a thing that I can't get my head around. I like a game of pool because I know where I'm at. If I'm stripes or I'm like dots or whatever, then that's fine. But when it comes to colours...
Right, well, basically, nice and simply, the reds are worth a point each.
Okay.
Then it's the yellows 2.
I like potting the brown.
I go for the pink myself.
Yes.
Then, sorry, I've gone by yellow. Green is, are we up to 2, 3? I've lost the clip. Anyway, the last bit,
and the last
7
one,
is...
And the last one is the black.
Right,
you don't do that until the very end, do you?
No, that's... well, when you're cleaning the tables, no.
No.
But you can use them... Every time you strike the ball and you pot a red ball, you then get the opportunity to then go to pot a colour.
What about the length of your cue?
It's dependent on yourself, really, because different sizes, different people.
Right.
Does different size make a difference?
Size does matter, yeah, because just because of your basic body height. I mean, otherwise you could be like that. But if it was only a kiddie one.
I like the rests, because they come in different shapes, don't they?
Yeah, you've got the spiders.
Yeah.
The big ones.
Yeah.
And, also, you can extend your queue if you want.
Yeah.
By having the little extension on the end for... you get the extended rest.
Oh my
And then you just... Have you never played snooker?
Do I look like I've played snooker? I had more important things to do, like drugs.
Oh.
Listen.
Well, But the thing I like about it really is the daft things I like about it really is it was first televised in 1950.
Yes.
In black and white.
This is what I can't understand in black and white days. How did you know what was going on?
And even further than that, snooker on the radio.
well, that's exciting, like the boat race. You haven't had the boat race on the radio. Sorry, I'm digressing now, but it can still sound exciting even though there's 16 lengths away. Because they're very good, the radio commentators. But anyway, back to snooker.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
right.
Sorry, I was just going to talk as well a bit about snooker because it can seem a little bit boring. You know, a bit of a boring sport and a bit. But there's been some really like characters. You know, you've had Hurricane Higgins. Steve Davis obviously was a little bit boring. But you know, there's some really.
What was his name that I liked? Something Hendry. Stephen Hendry.
Yes.
He was good.
Well, he took over really from Steve Davis as the big chap as well. But so like it came about, the popularity came about because of the TV, and really the creation of, the fact that people started getting colour televisions.
Yeah.
It's a much more interesting sport.
It is, isn't it?
And then suddenly got the household names like Alex Higgins, Ray Reardon, Steve Davis, and
is it still the big money that it used to be in the 80s?
Right. Well, the first ever professional snooker final competition, I think, was 1927, and it was won by a chap called Joe Davis. And the prize winning was £6 and 10 shillings for the World Professional Championship. Next year, the first prize is £500,000 to the winner. So £500,000.
A little bit of a difference.
A bit of a difference from £6.
That's all right for potting your balls, isn't it?
It is. And Joe Davis actually, he won the first 15 world. He's a British chap.
Oh.
And
is this current?
No, he's dead now.
Oh, well, not that current then.
No.
Okay.
He retired in 1946.
He's probably the chalk on the end of somebody's queue now, isn't he? What? I'm just saying.
So let's take us up to current days.
Right.
I love a bit of Ronnie O'Sullivan because he's a bit of a bad boy and he's quite cool. And again, I like the characters.
Yeah, I mean, they all evolved and got their own personalities.
They did, didn't they?
And a lot of it's sort of like going on shows like Big Break.
I loved Big Break. I loved it. The trick shots at the end were always amazing, weren't they?
And that was just sort of like getting people to come along and enjoy the game.
But why the attire? Why is it always smart? I mean, it's lovely to see, but you could play snooker in anything, couldn't you?
Well, yeah, you can in sort of like your average
snooker hall. Yeah.
You could say the working men's clubs then. But,
Well,
you know,
no,
actually, those were the places where the snooker players used to go around and have competitions. Not competitions. They came along and played 5 frames against local talent.
So like tournaments?
Tournaments, exactly.
Tournaments.
But if they lost a frame, they didn't get paid for that frame. So they had to win the frames to get any money. So if they had a bad night and lost 5 frames, they could have travelled half the length of the country to go home penniless. But nowadays there's a lot more money in snooker. There's none of that.
And I like the way that they all dress. It's nice to see people
But
dress.
yes, going back to this has got to be the army days, hasn't it? You know, sort of like...
I don't know.
With, you know,
It's lovely though, isn't it?
Well, it's good to get dressed up.
I always say that's what the problem of the world is these days. Not enough uniforms and poshness. Well, yes. Hence me, I've come dressed as all the colours.
Thinking about what you're wearing, maybe we should do the art of Morris dancing. As your next challenge.
She fully went there, boys and girls. She fully went there. Any more information? Come on, let's relay some to us. Come on.
I don't know.
Is that an ode to the Morris dancing?
I don't even like the name.
Right, sorry.
Come on.
The 1985 final, Dennis Taylor.
Yes, with his upside-down glasses.
The upside-down glasses, yeah. I've got to admit that I stopped up until about 1 o'clock in the morning or whatever time it finished watching that one. And
got no life.
Yeah, no, well, I didn't have one then either.
But he's got pies.
And sorry guys. Oh, and they've been there since Thursday.
I know, and look.
I couldn't murder that.
Yeah, I know they've done extremely well. But sort of like that was back in 1985, and it had a viewing audience in Britain of 18.5 million stopped up to watch the final.
Wow.
So that was the pulling power of it, and that's where it's all come up to date, really.
Well, I've loved it. I've loved you talking about snooker.
I've loved it too. I really have, but...
You brought these in for us, didn't you, Colin?
Yeah, I brought them in to share, but I don't think it's going to happen, is it?
No, not at all. I don't think we've got a smelling, have we?
No.
Right, so what are we going to set the challenge then for next week, seeing as Morris dancing is out of the window?
I think...
What's that frisbee one?
Pie eating.
Pie eating.
Pie eating. Pie eating. Because I'm sure
to
this
do with
challenge
food.
Yeah. There's loads of Guinness World Records as well, I bet.
Sport-related food competitions. Right. Oh, I'll have to do my homework.
Lovely. Take to our Titters, because we've got to hand over to Dan now.
All right, okay. Bye-bye. Ta-ta, tatters.
There we are. Dan.
Tatters.
It's all in tatters now.
Here's Dan with his brand new fandangled Xbox.
Hi, I'm back, and this week I'm delving into the world of gaming gadgets. Microsoft is launching a new Xbox controller developed to meet the needs of people with disabilities. Set for release later this year, the Xbox Adaptive Controller is a customizable service intended to support the wide range of needs and disabilities, making video games more accessible. It will retail for roughly £73.50 and will be sold worldwide via Microsoft digital stores. The controller features two large buttons on the face which can be operated with hands, elbows or feet. It is designed to be placed on the player's lap, on a table or on the floor, allowing for a number of control options. These will also be on sale via Microsoft stores. In this way, control setups can be highly personalised. Players use a dedicated app to create controller configurations and can quickly switch between 3 pre-configured profiles using a button on the face of the controller. The device is wireless and powered by an internal battery, charged via USB-C connection. However, it also comes with its own optional power supply, so that devices that draw a lot of power, such as the mouse-operated quad sticks, controllers designed for quadriplegic players that use a sip and puff, tubes for inputs, can be supported more easily. There is a headphone socket and on the base of a set of mounting ports, allowing players to even fix the controller to a tripod. The main feature is a row of 3.5mm ports along the rear end of the pad, representing each of the inputs and buttons on the standard controller. Using these 19 ports, players can plug in a range of add-on devices, such as bite switches, foot pedals, touch-sensitive pads, and other accessibility products that are either already available or have been developed specifically for the controller by third-party manufacturers. So there you have it, everything you need to know about the new Xbox controller. Back to Belle and Shell in the studio. See you soon.
You can stay for one drink. Yeah, no, I reckon you should. Right then, well, there you go.
Yes, another week comes to an end. Where did that go?
It's been a good one though, hasn't it? Very
absolutely.
informative and very good. And remember, if you think you have something that we should be covering, like an issue or, you know, no matter how big, no matter how small, contact us at yourmanchester.com is where you need to get in contact with us.
Yes, it sure is. And on Thursday's show, Belinda is going to be bringing you all the gossip and Legally Blonde.
I have indeed. That's not all though. Here's the list of guests we have in the studio. Get ready. Go from the GM Fringe show A Surgeon's Photograph. We've got Ella Dutton.
Amazing. And we've got Trollop Ronnie Leake. Is that right?
Yeah, no, I'll have that, yeah. Okay. I'm glad you read it exactly how it was written. Plus, Tony Cooper is here to tell us all about what he's bringing us for the event known mostly as Sparkle.
I love the sound of that one. And we're going to be discovering Lock 9 and what it's all about.
Yeah, and we've got all this and loads more as well, all our regular features.
Your Manchester.
On Your Manchester.
You didn't point.
Oh, come on, we'll do it then, come on.
Your
Manchester. Is that better? Yeah. Have a nice week. There we go.